Hello everyone, this is EdAWACSdenyY and welcome to my Vainglory Replay. This time of me playing ROAM Lyra. I have with me Killer Gamer with Blackfeather Lane and Psychopathic playing as Jewel. Full guild party today. We are actually facing against two other Icon members on the enemy team. One is Leprechaun, playing as the Flicker, and the other one is Sethri, going as the Glaive. Sethri and Leprechaun are both POA and Vainglorious, respectively, so this will be an interesting match. Nothing going on here, just the farming. We go for our bottoms, we both flare one another. Flicker goes in with his invisibility. Of course we can't see him, but then he walks into the flare gun. And we don't really do anything. We kind of just back off, you know. Go up into the jungle lane. And we're preparing now to gank the Saw, which is a random, I think. And Blackfeather takes him out. Oh, actually I take him out. Never mind, but I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, but what's it there? Oh, Flicker's going in. He's trying to kill my laner, but a nice sigil, and the tables have turned. Flicker went in a bit too much, trying to secure the kill, but luckily I kept my eye on the lane. That was a close one. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure if I had not stepped in, Blackfeather could very likely have been taken out. But since I was around, you know, being the roam, Blackfeather lived to see another day. So nothing much here, just harassing. Flicker going in again. Oh, the slow and the damages from Saw, and Blackfeather and I are kind of forced to back off there a bit. That Saw is nasty early game, but Blackfeather will be able to deal with him late game. Oh, but unfortunately Saw stayed a bit too long, and Blackfeather seizes the opportunity and secures another kill for our side. Leprechaun there going in, just kind of seeing around, seeing I'm there, backs off. So far it looks pretty good, really. I mean, we haven't really died yet. If you can see it in the kill score. We're actually 3 kills ahead. Gold coefficient, we're still relatively even. I kind of go back up to the lane just to make sure Saw doesn't push that turret. Saw's kind of a little bit cautious going into that bush. Oh, but it looks like we have a kind of skirmish in there, but they back off once again. Saw, seeing Blackfeather and me there, immediately decides to roadie run the frick away. Jewel, Psychopath. Jewel's coming up. I'm kind of just going to shop. And once again, oh, I kind of missed that, but once again, teamwork. Blackfeather and Jewel taking apart that Saw in the lane. It kind of took us a bit while longer to know this, but I had placed scout traps there, so I kind of knew Flicker was there, but oh well. Now we're kind of just assaulting their turret. But Saw comes back, so Blackfeather managed to put a few dents in it, but nah. And in the jungle, it looks like, oh, Flicker going in there, invisible. Jewel can't see him, of course, trying to steal those minions, but then Jewel slams down with a rocket leap, and Flicker kind of backs off, but Glaive goes in. They start trying to steal some farm, but our whole team is here. And yeah, the turret got destroyed. I mean, that's Saw. We kind of expected them to do that. And we were all down there. So we kind of just decided, and we take out Sethri there. Saw pushing another turret. Let me tell you, this Saw throughout the game was like super aggressive about taking objectives. But we shut him down before he can do any more damage. Still though, it's kind of bad for us because we have lost our first turret, which means Blackfeather will not have a turret to farm under. Flicker here getting caught out by me and Jewel. He's trying to land the Binding Lights. His slow is probably the most dangerous aspect, to be honest. That constant slow with the damage and then the big burst at the end is really the dangerous part. The root, not really so much. Now we're just going back up to lane. Blackfeather has to be a bit more careful now as there's no turret anymore. But the Saw is wisely backing off. He's not taking his chances. Killer, of course, is also not taking any chances, as he is not level 6 yet, so he does not have the Rose offensive. We see Flicker, but then he gets revealed by my Scout Trap, so we kind of force him to back off there, but the Saw is starting to advance in, and let's say this Saw was pretty smart. Here's where I kind of make a mistake. I go in bush blind, and the Saw and the Glaive both focus on me, and I get killed. First kill. And that leaves Jewel completely exposed in the jungle. She missed her ult and failed to kill Flicker, and Glaive shuts down. But Blackfeather once again killing off the Saw, who seems to have just single-mindedly wants to take our turrets. I mean, he's doing it. He's actually succeeding, and that's having us really worried at this point. I was just starting to freak out a bit because we're rapidly losing objectives, and that's not a good thing. But here we have another fight, and Blackfeather and I help secure the kill on Flicker, but Glaive teleports back, and we just go for the gold button. Oh, Saw kind of sneaks up on us, but decides not to do anything. Blackfeather tries to pursue, and Saw runs away again. The Saw's surprisingly passive, but then again, we did have 3 members. Oh, and there's Glaive going in, attempting to steal, and somehow he takes the kill, even though Jewel had a full ult. Psychopathic there, seemingly a little bit pissed of his form of our prize being stolen, but he kind of backs off. I mean, they get 300 gold. Oh, and Saw takes down another turret. That Saw, man, that Saw that game was really, really annoying. But he is going to get taken out of here again, despite him using Mad Cannon. He's just not able to rack up enough damage to overcome the amount of healing I was providing Blackfeather. And there you go. All that damage he did, all healed up. But let's have another skirmish here in the jungle. Flicker manages to steal one of our things. Jewel slams down, but she is out of energy, so she does back off. Blackfeather going in. But Flicker activates that Mooncloak ultimate. I shut it down and reveal Glaive with the Bulwark. Jewel jams down again, but only manages to go for Flicker. Glaive kind of backs off. Flicker looks like he will get taken out here. Yes, he does. And once again, we have to intercept that Saw. That Saw's going for it. He's going for those turrets. Oh, but looks like we're intercepting something. Nope, Glaive backs off. This Saw, even though he was kind of single-minded and just pushing turrets, he was actually pretty smart. Like, here, he tried to take me out with a shank, and then tried to kill me again, but my team reacts accordingly. I back off, and they shut him down once again. The kill scores are looking in our favor, but we are losing in terms of objectives. We only have 3 turns left, guys. And they still have all 5 of theirs up. I mean, it's annoying. Like, the Saw isn't contributing to our team fights, but he is pushing that objectives really at an alarming pace, and we can't keep letting him push turrets. Eventually, he's going to push into our base, and he can very easily kill the Vayne and secure a victory. So, our attention is pretty much divided there at this point. there. The blue team's invading our jungle. They take our mid camp. I mean, at this point, it looks like the game is in their favor in terms of objectives, but we are slowly racking up a better gold coefficient than them due to the amount of kills we managed to secure on Saw. But we'll see as this game goes on. I kind of go there because I see the scout trap, which I reviewed previously. I detonate it. Come back to lane, support Blackfeather any way I can. We're hoping we could push that, but the Jewel kind of jumps in and I kind of jump the gun as well. Kind of going in too early with Arcane Passage and Bright Bulwark. That was kind of a waste. But luckily the enemy team hopefully doesn't capitalize on it. Because if they do, I don't have a... Well, I'm gonna have a Bulwark, but I won't have a Teleport. Jewel so far has not managed to land. Oh! And what do we have here? It looks like the entire enemy team's pushing at that turret. I mean, since I don't really know what went on with Zephyr and Leprechaun. Oh, and there, nice Bulwark, and I have to pop the fountain there to save Blackfeather. All of us get booted as a result by Flicker's blinding light, but luckily Jewel reflex blocks us and manages to pull back. So you can see here, this is where basically Lyra excels at, sustain, compared to other roams. A lot of other roams, they either do, well, with the exception of Dargiel is probably the only other one that is sort of sustained, but his is only, and we kind of go in again here. We finish off that Saw. Yes, Blackfeather assassinates him, and Flicker, and is kind of forced to run for his life, but he gets stunned by Jewel. He backs off, kind of prematurely uses that reflex block. But I decide to assist Blackfeather here as Glaive looked like he was starting to chunk him with that cleave damage. Will we be able to catch up to Glaive? If we do, we will be able to get an ace. Blackfeather goes in, but he gets another afterburn and Jewel misses his ult. That ult had just been angled a little bit upward diagonally towards that turret. Glaive might have been taken out, but oh well. These kind of things happen. Blackfeather, they're trying to see if there's anything in the jungle to steal. We think about the bottoms, but they're not really worth that much, and taking them could put us in a risky position if they do ambush us. Keep in mind, Lyra is very squishy. As for my items, I mean, I kind of went for a contraption there. I mean, I'm not sure why. I mean, I was thinking of going Crucible, but then they didn't really have a team-wide AoE. I mean, except for Flicker's Fairy Dust B ability. That's heavy solo. But here we go with Blackfeather taking the kill from before Jewel's beam annihilates Saw. Another kill on that Saw. I get kind of knocked up by Glaive. And Blackfeather almost gets cleaved down, but I drop another Sigil down and heal him. And it looks good. So, as I was saying a long time before I kind of got interrupted, this is where Lyra excels. She excels at sustaining her team. Like, look at the enemy team. Although they haven't expended their fountain yet, neither have, and I kind of had to force it myself. But the thing is, with Lyra, you don't need to use that fountain, so long as your sigils are usually more than enough. And you can just keep out-sustaining your team, and just keep healing them. Oh, and here's the fight. I go in. I kind of go in on the Saw, hoping my team was going to jump on him, but then I kind of had to force it back off. And a very lucky kill on Saw from Jewel. If Jewel had not slammed down, she would have actually died there, as I was busy assisting Blackfeather. But Blackfeather will take the kill on Flicker, and Jewel took the kill on Glaive, and that is an ace for us. Our first ace in the game. I mean, actually the enemy team's been quite predictable this game. We are starting to take Kraken. I laid down a scout trap. I have bought contraption actually. I just didn't have time to mention it before with so much action going on. Keep in mind, this is my first commentary cast, so I'm probably not very good at this. Little did I know that this by my decision to build contraption would eventually actually save us the game. Glaive going in once again with the steal, but I drop a ball down just in case, and we take Kraken. Glaive very smart, focusing on Lyra. A lot of times people forget to do is that with Lyra, if you can catch her out in the open, it's usually best to focus her down, since if you don't, she will start healing up her teammates. And I've seen a lot of fights where people ignore Lyra, and she just manages to continually sustain her team. You either have to... Yeah, I kind of dropped the ball. Nice beam there from Jewel, obliterating Glaive before he had any chance to react. At this point, Psycho tells me he has to go back as he has no energy, but Blackfeather and I decide to stay. I still have most of my energy, and also because the Saw is starting to push, and he has, while we were busy pushing, he had destroyed all of our turrets and was actually starting to push on our Vayne. So Jewel actually came there and put a stop to that. I was actually pretty scared, as we had no turrets left. And here's where we kind of back off from the Kraken at this point. I mean, they were smart. They knew to focus me or to just burst down. Jewel kind of jumps in again with the beam. Flicker barely makes it out alive with his Moonfloat ultimate. And we take one of their turrets. We're hoping to push another one, but we can push this next turret. But oh, just as I finished healing up Jewel, she accidentally clicks a rocket leap and jumps in and gets taken out. Blackfeather here struggling to run away. I'm also struggling to run away from this Glaive. I land the Bulwark just to ensure they don't knock me back. I do keep dropping those sigils in front. Saw there, and Flicker going in with the teleport. I teleported right in there, and it saves me. If I had been a bit late on that teleport, I would have actually died from Saw suppressing fire. But Blackfeather, no, don't go in! And he leaves my heal. Why you do this, Blackfeather? And of course he gets taken out by Flicker and Saw. At this point I just wisely backed off. I mean, Jewel wasn't ready to do anything. So I decide to head back. Decide to pick up some more items. What did I pick? Oh yeah, I picked Halcyon Chargers. Not sure really why I did that. I mean, I did have the Void Battery, and I didn't really build a Clockwork, so I went for it. Also got the Crucible this time. And a bit of armor, just because both Sethri and the enemy Saw are going weapon power, and with that crit damage, even no matter how much health I build, they're gonna rip through me. As for those of you who don't know, Lyra has unusually low natural defenses. There I am, laying a few mines. Keep in mind where I place those scout traps, because that's what's going to prove crucial later on in this match. So, as through the match, you've seen where Lyra is strongest, healing up her teammates and just out-sustaining the enemy team. It's basically like, when you're playing with Lyra, it's basically almost like a battle of attrition. Whoever lasts the longest pretty much wins. Well, probably not like a battle of attrition, but you get what I mean. Her core strength in long-term sustained battles, just sometimes those heals, they may not be enough after she got nerfed, but it's a pretty heavy nerf. And here we see the enemy team. They're all gathering down there. I kind of don't go down there for fear of getting focused down, because at this point in the game, We have no Vayne. We have no turrets. And there goes Flicker with the Mooncloak ultimate trying to sneak past, but they run through my vision perimeter, and we immediately see the threat. Blackfeather immediately goes in pursuit. We both teleport immediately back to base. You see me rushing in there, and a devastating big red button from Psychopathic annihilates two of them, and Saw is basically left as a sitting duck. I mean, at this point, he's pretty much just waiting to die, and we secure the ace. At this point, we just say, we pretty much won. I mean, they're not going to be able to come back. We have all of our team members. I can heal them and sustain them, and we can pretty much tank this turret. If we manage to, and they are still in their respawn time is, by the time they're finished, it would be pretty much too late. So, this is pretty much a win for us. Dual annihilating, reflex blocking just in case Blade doesn't afterburn her. And at this point, we just attack the Vayne. And we sustain, Duel goes down, I kind of try and back off, Saw kind of just kills me, even though their Vayne crystal has fallen. And there we go. As you can see there, Blackfeather got the most kills, Jewel also carried a part, but then, I mean, I'm the support, I'm not supposed to get kills. As you can see there, I did pretty well, supported the team, healed them up, and we managed to do pretty well. I mean, the Saw was actually a very big threat. He didn't contribute much to team fights, but he very nearly won the game for the enemy team. Anyways, see you guys.